Hello girls and boys, how's it going? So Jack Dorsey just fired 4,000 people, and it wasn't because his company Block wasn't doing well. In fact, last quarter sales and profits were up 20%. He fired them because of AI, and the very same day his stock went up 24%. Now here is something nobody is talking about. AI did not fire these people. AI was the excuse, and it is the best goddamn excuse in business right now because nobody raises an eyebrow, nobody does an objection. In this video, I'm going to break down what Dorsey exactly did and why every Indian CEO is watching this playbook fan out. And most importantly, what you need to do before this hits your office. No opinion just for the sake of drama, just plain tech insights from where I sit and how I see them. Let's get started. Okay, so here is what most people miss in this Jack Dorsey story. In 2019, Block had about 3,500 people, and by 2022, they had around 12,000 people, which means 4-time increase in the 3 years of pandemic, the pandemic hiring frenzy. Now let's look at some tactical numbers about AI. Goldman Sachs is predicting, according to their research, that AI is responsible for just between 5,000 to 10,000 cuts per month across all sectors in the United States. Just 10,000 jobs across the whole of United States. Now Dorsey just itself killed 4,000 people. The math just doesn't add up. Is it really about AI? Maybe partly yes, but it is also about restructuring or right sizing the company post the AI slowdown. And it is best dressed in the costume, and it is dressed in the best costume available in 2026. And that costume is AI. And this costume, so now you might be thinking, oh, it's sab theek hai yaar. How does all of this matter to me sitting in Bengaluru, Pune, Mumbai, Nasik? Kya farak padta hai? Because girls and boys, that costume party is coming to your office very, very soon. And when it arrives, it is not going to ask your opinion, and those cuts are coming. Chapter 1. The cuts are coming. The only question is when. Now let me be very clear about something. What you just saw with Jack Dorsey was not a US problem. It was not a Block problem. This is an industry trend that is popping up right now. When Block's stock jumped 24% on the day of the firings, even while it is a profitable company, every CFO, every board in the world takes notice. Every CEO who's been sitting tight on a restructuring plan just got their pink slip. Just observe around what is happening in the world. Even Jack Dorsey said this in his letter to the shareholders. He said, within the next year, I believe the majority of the companies will reach the same conclusion and will make similar structural changes. He was not making a prediction. He was just issuing a warning. And look around what has happened in the last couple of months. Accenture, TCS, Salesforce, all of them have cut jobs. Now, is AI responsible for some of these? Definitely yes. But is AI responsible for all of these job cuts? 100% no. But AI is what gets published in the press release because nobody questions an AI job cut these days. Has your company done a right sizing in the last about a year or so? If you've gone through it, tell me or put it in the comments, already been through right sizing. If you feel it is happening, Just write right sizing coming, and I know where you stand. Alright, so chapter 2. Ab karna kya hai? Now that's a very good question. And there are two kinds of people in enterprises these days. One kind of person is who's going, "Arey, this AI and all doesn't matter to me. All of this does not work for large enterprises. Let's not worry about this." The other kind of person who's even more dangerous is the kind of person who's watched the first half of this video, saw the number, saw the 4,000 job cut and got paranoid, and then went left, right and center learning anything around RAG models, this, that, ML ops. This person had watched 200 videos as in even more confused now on what to do. Don't be either of these two people. What do? You figure out what is the AI direction of your company. Are they going AWS native? Which cloud provider are you mostly using? What AI tools is your organization talking about? I'm pretty sure there is some kind of Copilot out there. There is a Gemini or a Bedrock being used. Something of that sort is being used by your organization. Become the leader in that. Pick up a couple of things, do some experiments, showcase some small wins here and there, some productivity gains. Do stuff and talk about it in your organization, because I can promise you there are very few people who are doing more than just fanboying over AI or just hushing AI. Do the actual work, do the grunt work and show the success that you can within your organization. Nobody knows a whole lot, and if you are one of those few people who've done some shit and can showcase it, believe me, you will not be in that list when it comes to the cutout list. Why? Because now you are a part of the solution. You are part of the few people who are driving AI within your organization, and nobody wants to lose a solution provider. Think about that. I'm not saying go fanboying on AI and AI is great and everything can be solved under the sun with AI. I have been doing my experiments. There are limitations, especially in large enterprise structure with things across business units, across vendors. Stuff is complicated, but do your bit, do your homework, do your part. Okay, a quick pop question for you. Do you think in your current role you have enough technical depth, or are you doing a sort of superficial role? Be honest with yourself and comment depth or superficial, and I will know where you stand. You will know where you stand and you will know what to do by the end of this video. Chapter 3. Now is the time to build technical depth. Now I'm going to say something which might appear a bit rude to some people. But if your job can be described in one simple line, girls and boys, you are on a sticky wicket today. Let me give you examples. I am a Scrum Master for my team. I help coordinate activities. I write technical design documents. All of these are one line, or all of these are prompts. They are not job descriptions. So what do you need to do? You need to build technical depth right now. What does that mean? If you are a DevOps engineer who's coordinating Jira tickets or looking at a Slack channel, pasting the error in ChatGPT, putting the solution back, you are not a DevOps engineer, girls and boys. You are a person just waiting to be automated with the title of a DevOps engineer. Don't be that person, please. I have a dedicated video on who is not a DevOps engineer. Go and watch that. It will give you some perspective. But essentially what I'm saying is, whatever domain you are in today, whether it is DevOps, cloud, SRE, platform engineering, QA, program management, whatever you're doing under the entire SDLC in your domain, go as technically deep as possible, because those are the only people who will survive this onslaught. Whether AI or not AI doesn't matter. Now is the time to go tech, to go deep. Okay, so a quick poll question. Do you think you are visible within your organization or outside? Comment visible, working on it, or under the radar, and I will know where you stand on this. Okay, ये वाला section पहले डालना. So if this video hit you hard and made you wake up, comment wake up, and I will know that you resonated with me. Chapter 4. Visibility is not self-promotion, it is survival. Now, what I'm going to say will be very uncomfortable for a lot of people. Visibility is very, very important right now at this stage. Let's think about a restructuring meeting and what actually happens in that meeting. So a leader flashes names on the screen and people are going one by one. And then somebody gets up and say, hey, not this guy, yaar. Ye banda acha hai. We need this guy. Name struck off. You are safe. This is literally how I have seen layoffs being planned. Of course, before that list is created, there is a lot of rigmarole to that. There is a lot of process to that. But final yay or nay, some shape and form of this. Why did that person get up and take your name? Because they know that you exist and they know what you do today or sometime in the past. You need to be that person. You need to create visibility. Not in the cringy LinkedIn-y type of way, but visibility inside the organization by speaking up, by conducting trainings, by conducting sessions, knowledge sessions, by creating those documents, by doing something that the others are not willing to do. Go that extra mile. That's within the organization, and that includes networking with leaders as well. I have a dedicated video on that. I'll pin it in the comments. Go watch that video on how to network within your organization. And then visibility outside the organization as well. How do you do that? You go to meetups, you go to conferences, you create blogs. Maybe not a YouTube channel, maybe not your cup of tea, that's okay. But be technical, and whatever you are doing technically, share that in whatever shape or form works for you. And please, for goodness sake, if you feel safe in your organization, if you feel comfortable, congratulations, you're in a good space. But this is the time to build visibility, because you never know when shit hits the ceiling, it's gonna be too late then. So build the visibility inside and outside the organization. Now's the time. Alright, so here's what I want you to remember from this video. Jack Dorsey did not invent a new way to run a company. He just gave everybody an excuse to do what they eventually wanted to do. So girls and boys, the cuts are coming. Your job may or may not be on the line, but it doesn't hurt to be ready for it. Now, what do you do in that? First of all, calm the heck down. Don't panic. This is not one of those panicky videos. You know I don't do that stuff. Prepare, go deep technically, be the AI champion in your organization, and build visibility inside and outside. Stay calm, stay focused, have a good head, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.